Any predictions now that Umbrasil is dead? Here's a bit of a prediction, right? In the discussion about the morality, I highlighted that, like, Keyleth is kind of who Vex wants to be morally. Like, she represents the moral code that he wants to attain and that he wants to lead by. Whereas Vex, his twin sister, they survived together, grew up, and quasi, it seems, formed this group. I mean, Liam literally formed it. But they are in a different situation, Like, Vex has this, shiny disease because they needed it back in the day. But they've moved beyond it. But she hasn't. She's the same person she was, the person that Vax, to a degree, is trying to move away from. All of that said, this is the one in the Feywild, obviously meant for Vex, a piece of loot that Vex will obviously want for obvious reasons, but there's a bit of a catch. It's in the Feywild. And if you know about the Feywild is meant to be an extreme, hyperbolic, exaggerated version of the material realm. It's the equivalent, the kind of lighter, more chaotic equivalent of the Shadowfell. Both of them mirror the material plane, which means if there is a cancerous tree at this location, there is a material plane reflection of that cancerous tree. Who knows what it is? But I'd bet you it's something really nice and... Oh, wait, I had a brain blast. Ooh. Okay, this would be number one, sick on Matt's part if I'm right. This bow, heart of a cancerous tree in the Feywild. Feywild, warped, reflected version of the material plane. There is a grand total of one special tree that we are aware of in all of this campaign. There is not a bunch of cool, fun trees running around. It's not like every city is built around a nice little sun tree. There's one, baby. And it is the moment that Critical Role became what it was. Potentially the biggest moment in this campaign so far. And what better way to send us into the new era than to present it with its accursed warped counterpart. But the worst part, chat, if the bow is the heart of, I don't know, we'll call it the moon tree, whatever. If the bow is the heart of the moon tree, I think it would stand to reason that removing said bow would kill the sun tree in the material plane. Maybe it's even the fucking sun bow. I don't know. But removing it from the cancer tree, from the moon tree within the Feywild, is going to decimate and potentially remove the sun tree from the material plane. Vex is going to want to do it. Keyleth is going to say, we can't remove the sun tree. I have a connection to the sun tree. Percy has a connection to the sun tree. It's nature incarnate. It is the gods inhabiting the material world through our nature and our fauna. You can't destroy it for a piece of loot, for a piece of treasure, but Vex argues this is the thing. This sunbow is going to help us take down Thordak. You think that the Sun Tree is going to be around much longer if the Chroma Conclave remains in power? But now we have the ultimate decision point for Vax. Because Vax is the leader. Vax wants Vox Machina to succeed in their mission, in their purpose. Taking down the Chroma Conclave is what got him out of crisis mode. Is he going to give that up for a tree? Is he going to delay that? Is he going to cost other people's lives? Because what? Because the means aren't justified? We're trying to take down these dragons. What, we have to do it a particular way? And it would drive it home like crazy if Keyleth said, well, we gave back the gold in Westrun. We could have used that to take down the Chroma Conclave, but instead we gave it to the people of Tal'Dorei. If we take this bow, we take away the Sun Tree, we take away their hope. For a slight advantage, we took down Umbrasyl without the bow. We can do the same to Vorugal, to Thordak. And Vax and it all comes down to Vax. And potentially his dad foreshadows the decision inside of Singorn. There's all sorts of fun stuff you could do there. But that's the theory. That's the prediction.